This little image from Through the Looking Glass looks like one of Alice's many strange adventures, but more than a century later, this particular scene would lend its name to an actual theory of evolution. In Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass, first published in 1871, Alice meets the Red Queen, and suddenly the two of them are running as fast as they possibly can. But when they finally stop, Alice realizes something very strange. They haven't gone anywhere. They're standing in exactly the same place. Alice points out that where she comes from, if you run that fast for that long, you'd usually end up somewhere else. And the Red Queen explains that in her world, it takes all the running you can do just to stay where you are. To actually get somewhere else, you'd have to run even faster. The original illustration was created by John Tenniel, who provided 50 illustrations for Through the Looking Glass. It would also be one of his last major book illustration projects. And this wonderfully nonsensical little scene eventually escaped the pages of a children's book. In 1973, evolutionary biologist Lee Van Vallen borrowed the idea for what he called the Red Queen hypothesis. The basic idea is that living things are constantly adapting, but so is everything around them. Predators improve at catching prey, prey improve at escaping predators, parasites evolve, hosts evolve defenses. So sometimes a species has to keep changing and adapting simply to maintain its place in the world. In other words, it has to keep running just to stay in the same spot. And I think that might be my favorite part of this story. Lewis Carroll wrote a ridiculous conversation between Alice and a chess piece queen in 1871. And more than 100 years later, scientists looked at it and thought, actually, that explains something. And that is the story behind this little piece of paper that found its way into one of my journaling cards.